In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you my queen wall and what it means. So this wall right here, it displays the 4 attributes of a queen. So if you're trying to become the queen of your life, well, make sure you stay tuned and watch. This is Alexandra Villarroel Abrego, and I welcome you to another episode of AlexandraTV. Now, today's episode is about my beautiful queen wall. The art that I have here, these 4 paintings, they represent the 4 attributes of the queen, the 4 archetypes, feminine archetypes that are associated with these attributes. Now, if you've been here on AlexandraTV for a while now, a few years back, I did a video of this, of the 4 attributes of the queen, which are actually the 4 modules of our program queen. So we have a program called Queen, which is a finishing school for women. It's like a etiquette school, right? So we talk about these 4 different attributes. Now, even if I did this video a while back, I still wanted to do this video today because I wanted to show you these beautiful art pieces and this queen wall that I have here. Now, before I start going through the 4 different paintings, well, of course, I invite you to go and download your free A.V.A pyramid and the wheel of the year. In the description below this video, there's a link. You can click on that link and you'll be able to just enter your name and email address, and for free, you will receive the downloadable posters. And like that, you can print them and you can always, use these as resources to know what is your next level of growth. So make sure you go and do that right now. All right, so without any further ado, let's start with the first attribute at the top here. Now, I believe that a queen, in order to become the queen of your life, of your queendom really, you need to have courage. That's one of the 4 attributes, and I think it's the first one that a woman should develop, right? You need to have courage in your life. Now, when I started to develop this concept of these 4 attributes, I would think, okay, what would be a perfect archetype, feminine archetype that would kind of like represent courage? And that's when I thought about the Amazons, right? I mean, the Amazons, I think, are a perfect representation of courage, right? There were women who were willing and not afraid to fight for what was theirs and to protect, their queendom, right? So when I started to create this queen wall, because I remember when I moved here, I saw this wall and I said, this is going to be perfect to do something, artistic. So that's after that I said, okay, let's do the queen different attributes. So when I started to create this wall, the first image that I started to search for online was an image of the Amazons. And that's when I found this beauty right here. Now, the second attribute of a queen, a woman has to be courageous, as I said, but she also has to have discipline. If you want to become the queen of your life, you need to be disciplined. A lot of people in the world, they try to create the life that they want, they have dreams and things like that, but then they don't have the discipline to take action or to follow through even. Discipline is such an important aspect and characteristic that you need as a queen, or even as a man or a woman. It really doesn't matter. You need to be disciplined and be the master of your emotions and feelings and not let your feelings lead your life, right? So when I was thinking of a feminine archetype for discipline, the first thing that came to my mind, of course, were the beautiful geishas. I think that the geishas are a perfect example of discipline, right? Now, a lot of people get the geishas and the gujus confused. Now, back in the day when, there were a lot more geishas in the world, there were other women that were called the gujus, and they dressed very similarly, but there was a few differences. Now, the gujus were women that would entertain the bodies of men, meaning that they would sleep with them, entertain their bodies, but it was still a respected work. And the geishas were the women that would entertain the mind of men. This is why the geishas had to go through a very intensive and disciplined training in order to be able to be a geisha, because you had to learn about different arts, you had to learn about dance, you had to learn knowledge of the world, you had to learn about how to serve tea time. There was a lot of different knowledges that they had to learn, and a very intensive process that they had to go through. Up to this day, there are still a few thousand geishas in the world, and in order to become a geisha, you have to go through a 6 months training, which requires a lot of discipline. So that's why when I was looking for the second image, I went and looked for images of geishas, and that's when I found this beauty right here. The third attribute of a queen is, of course, confidence. A queen needs to be confident. If you want to lead, if you want to be the queen of your world, you need to have confidence in yourself. But you also need to have confidence in life, confidence in the universe, confidence in knowing that everything is happening as it should all of the time. So when I was looking for a feminine archetype for confidence, the first thing that came to my mind were the gypsies, right? Now the gypsies, and if you study the culture of gypsies, it's a beautiful culture and it requires a lot of confidence. And you can see that confidence in the way they dress, in the way they dance, in the way they behave. You know, they are women who are not afraid. And I mean, it takes a lot of confidence to, go from one place to another and to never have an official home, right? That takes a lot of confidence. So that's when I went and looked for an image that would represent the gypsies and their confidence. And that's when I found the third painting of my queen wall. And finally, last but definitely not least, well, the fourth attribute of a queen is elegance. A queen has to be elegant. I believe that elegance is about respecting yourself and respecting others. That's, what etiquette is basically that. That's why we've created the Queen program. The Queen program teaches you about the 4 attributes, but especially about elegance and etiquette. It's a finishing school, really. So when you think about elegance, and for me, when I was thinking about elegance, a feminine archetype that represented elegance, for me, it was obvious. It was the courtesans of France. These women who were, way ahead of their time, women who were educated back in a time where women couldn't even go to school, women who knew about, the world, women who knew about luxury and about fashion, and they knew about so many things, and they had the same powers that men had in a time where most women didn't. Those were the courtesans, and they were women of elegance, women that were respected, women, of course, that respected others. So I had to find, of course, a beautiful painting, a beautiful art piece of the courtesans to complete my beautiful queen wall. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed my presentation of my queen wall. I'm very proud of it, as you can probably tell. And I really think it's a beautiful thing when you make your home a part of you, right? And a part of you becomes your home, kind of. And that's what I wanted to do with this wall. When I moved here and I saw this empty wall, I said, I really want to create something nice here, something that represents something. And that's when I come up with the queen wall. And I think it doesn't only look good, but it's a great conversation sparker, right? At the same time. So if you like this video, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to share it with all of your friends. And of course, to subscribe for new videos every single week. And in the comments below, let me know if you need to develop one of these aspects. So which of these aspects, of these characteristics, you need to work on the most? I would love to read from you. So that is it for today, and I will be seeing you very, very soon.